What is up, everyone? Today's video is going to be a little different. It's going to be more of like a plugin review, but still tips on how I use it and just what these are about. So what these are mixing plugins from iZotope, and one is free and one isn't. I'm sure you guys could guess which one is the free one and which one is the paid one. So this one right here is the free. No, I'm just kidding. This little one right here is the free one, and this one is the paid one. Obviously, more options, the more you have to pay, right? So the free one is actually pretty good. This was released before I was able to even buy this, so I was able to use this on my tracks and stuff and really get good results. So I was already excited about this. And then all of a sudden they released this, which is like, hey, this is kind of like the engine of what these little buttons do, but now you could actually tweak it and have two compressors, exciter, a transient shaper, and an EQ. And then you have all these settings. And what is really cool is this thing does audio analysis, so it's comparing frequencies and stuff, and depending on how much flexibility you give them, like this is like a 1, 2, 3, so do you want to give them just like the littlest amount of control so everything will be minimal boosts and cuts and compression and exciter or whatnot? Do you want to give them, you know, the level 2, or do you want to say, you know what, go as crazy as you think this song needs, and then it could give you some ideas, you know? So that's what's really cool about this. And obviously it's and then you could tell them what you really are looking for in the mix, and then yeah. So we will dive into this one later. We're gonna turn this off and we're gonna focus on the free one right now so you guys could see what this is about. So I made this little funky drum loop, something I really don't normally write, and that's what I've been, you know, using this channel for, is just teaching and experimenting with stuff I really wouldn't experiment with. We both learn at the same time. So I'm gonna play this loop for you guys, and then I will turn this on at 100 so you guys can get an A-B. It's like some, like, you know, deep dub whatever type loop. Pretty groovy, you know, as is, and that's why I try to do it as something that wouldn't be boring listening to doing this, and something that could hold its own. And then I put the sub layer in there just so we could, you know, something to mess with the kick against. Alright, so the drums, I'm going to turn 2 bars normal, and then after the first 2 bars I will turn it on, and you will notice something. Hopefully YouTube translates it. I'll tell you what it does after. I just want to see if you guys are able to hear it. So if you couldn't tell, it brings a little more presence, and then I think it compresses as well, because that snare didn't sound so in my face, and it kind of brought the cymbals up to like just match it and stuff. So obviously, you know, the detail you could mess with and how much of it you could mess with, but that's all you get on the free one. But it's cool because it has different settings, so now at least you could specify for vocals, bass, which I also used all my bass synths and stuff. So instruments are everything. Like, I use them for my lighter synths, I use them for strings, brass, whatever, guitar, that stuff. So just kind of like translate these into electronic stuff and just use your best judgment. So, and then also you can see right here, it tells you like what it does and stuff. So yeah, that's the light plugin right now. Now we go into the actual big boy. So as I kind of already went through it, you have an EQ compressor, a second one, which is like a glue compressor, and this one's like just a normal compressor. And then you got your exciter and transient shaper. So everything's bypassed right now. Bypassed. We'll bypass it and bypass it. And then we will say, okay, I'll give you subtle control. So nothing crazy. And it's the drums. Maybe we'll try up front and mid-range first. And then if not, we'll try broadband and clarity. And see which one gives us the best results and the closest to our final thing, and then we can tweak it from there. So this is not usually what happens. It's been freaking out when I was recording. I tested it earlier. Usually it would not go that high. It would literally only give you like that much in subtle. So yeah, just take that in consideration. It's freaking out because I'm recording, and yeah, I don't know the tech side of stuff. That's all I could explain. It works when I don't record. So let's listen to it now. The exciter, probably pull this down a little bit just in case it overdid stuff. So I'm going to pull that compressor back just a little bit, let that snare breathe again. So the exciter right here, you can pull it to warm, tube, tape, or retro. It pulled it to the warm right now. I'm going to turn it up so you guys can hear what it's doing. So I'm going to turn that back a little bit. As you saw, it started getting white right here, and it's letting me know, hey, it's getting crazy right here. Pull it back. Compressor we looked at. Now the EQ, we put a little bump right here. It looks like about 300, 335, and then 12, 13. It adds a little bit of the brightness up top. Now let's go into just the broadband clarity, and let's give it medium and see what it will come up with for this loop. So you guys can kind of see it's pitching out different ideas for you guys to mess with. So it really went into work right here with just like pulling out cuts and then boosting them, and yeah, it's doing some crazy stuff right now. It pulls out a certain frequency and then it boosts at the other frequencies. So that's something I never would have done, and it's something you could dissect and hear what it's doing to the track and learn from it. That's what I like about it. It's not certainly the answer, but it's going to show you techniques that you never even thought of, and now you could start applying them to what sounds good to your actual song. So it really wanted to give me some thump out of that low end and clean up the mids. Compress is probably heavy. So line up the compression a little bit. They did a lot more on the retro and as well as the second band. So you guys could get more in detailed and do your bands for the actual distortion or the tape. So yeah, this is like crazy. You could look at switch the mode right here. So now you have the Neutrino. So now you have the light plugin inside the actual plugin, so it's cool. You have both. But yes, this is my first look into these. I've just been getting into them as this just came out and I just got it. This one was the free one that I've been playing with a little longer. I think it was like a week longer. So yes, these mixing things are really good and they're teaching me a lot as I go along. So this is something to look into. Neutron is, I can't remember the price of it, but again, the Neutrino is free, so check that out. Start popping Neutrino into your tracks and see what kind of clarity it could bring to your mixes. I mean, it could only help, right? Maybe. If you use it too much, maybe it'll kill it. Use it sparingly. Be smart. And hopefully it levels up your mixes. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't subscribed already. Videos every week. And next week we are, who knows what we're going to dive into. Let us know what you guys want to learn or what you have questions on. Maybe we could cover that in a future Tarant tip. Don't forget to like this video if this has helped you out in any way. Comment what you want to learn, like I said, and don't forget to subscribe. As always, thanks for watching, and I'll talk to you guys in the next video. Peace.
And it goes like